So hi there, let's talk money blocks, and more specifically let's talk income money blocks. Now, I feel that there are three universal money blocks that I come across time and time again for many different people, and it's these money blocks that can really stop us getting to the next level with our income. Sometimes we don't even know that we have them. Um, these things kind of lurk underneath in our minds, and subtly we are sabotaging ourselves to make sure that we stay in line, that we're in congruency with these things that we believe, these money blocks that we believe. So I'm going to go through three of those money blocks today and just talk a little bit more about them so that you can discover if there's something that you suffer from. I think that's probably the right word, and if so, what you can do about it. The first thing about money blocks is raising your awareness around them, and once you've done that, then you are really then free to start creating some new pathways in your mind. Money blocks or money decisions or money beliefs, whatever you would like to call them, are simply just decisions that we made at a point in time about the way that the world works. And the great thing about decisions is that we can make new ones whenever we like. So if you discover you've got one of these income blocks today, no fear, you can make a new decision about how you want to think about the world. So money block number one. This one is a great one. Okay, it's about working hard for money. That you can only have money if it's come to you through toil and hard work and blood, sweat, and tears, essentially. So, is this true? Well, there's nothing to say that hard work doesn't produce results. I'm a hard worker. I'm pretty persistent. I keep going with things, and I like to keep that wheel turning. But I'm also very open to other ways of producing income, and for some of those ways to be actually quite easy and not create a lot of work for me on a month by month or day by day basis. Now, this block around that we have to work hard for money often comes from previous generations. We are in an amazing position now where we have much more routes to market and ways of sharing our gifts with the world than our parents' generation, for example, did, where it was very much the kind of like go to work, work till you're 65, take your retirement check, and hope that would you'd last beyond 70. Now the world just really isn't like that anymore, but we still do carry a lot of baggage from those messages that we've received, that hard work equals money. So I want you to allow yourself to be open to receiving, open to opportunities that perhaps sound a little bit easier, and that's okay for that to be the case. Okay. So money block number two is one, again, that I find a lot of people, especially people who are in helping professions, helping services, suffer from. And it's this idea that you can either help people or make money, but the two don't go together. Okay, now this is where we need to kind of get away from the thinking that we are sort of either, meanie rich people or we're like poor and spiritual and pious, right? These are just stories that have been perpetuated over time, and stories that you may well tell yourself. The truth is that people need what you offer. And unless you are willing to receive for that and willing to make money from that, then you are limiting how many people that you can reach with your message, with your gifts, with your ways of doing things. Okay, so people need you to be able to gratefully receive and have value for what you do, so that you can spread that message wider. If I'd like you to think about, in this particular instance, who are the best custodians of money? Have a think about that just for a moment. Who are the best custodians of money? Should it not be you? Should it not be you who can do good with that money, who can share that money around, do it to create more wealth for your family, for others, and to bring your dreams into reality? So it doesn't have to be either or. How can it be both? How can you help people and be paid truly for the value that you do provide? So the third one is selling and promotion makes me feel icky. So how am I ever going to get money when I don't want to put myself out there? Well, there are a million different ways of putting yourself out there that don't necessarily have to be like this on camera, like me. But I'd really, really like you to think about whether this is a money block that's really sticking with you. Because let me give you an example. If imagine yourself, for example, that you go to a seminar, and as part of that seminar, they come up onto the stage and they say, right, okay, at this point we're just going to tell you about our course that we've got coming up and how you can get involved in that. Now, what's your first reaction? Do you think, oh God, oh no, oh no, I'm being sold to? Or do you feel like a real kind of icky kind of sickness that here we go again? Then if that is you, then you are going to be stuck in raising your income levels. If you have that kind of resistance around selling, around promotion, and it makes you feel and gives you the heebie-jeebies, then you are going to be stuck in raising your income levels, because the reality is that you need to be able to toot your own horn a little bit, and you need to be able to blow your own trumpet a little bit out there, so we can find out what you're doing and we can pay you for what you're doing. There's three reasons really why you might have this kind of aversion around selling. I'd like you to have a think whether any of these sit with you. It may be that you've had a bad experience around selling, and that you've really suffered kind of from that hard sell. You've been in a situation where somebody's really kind of been quite pushy and icky, and that's just really, really turned you off. Alternatively, it could be that you have been brave, you have stepped out there and you have tried to share your gifts and wares, and you've been rejected. And now it just feels like somewhere you don't want to go with that anymore. That's just the fear talking. It really is just the fear talking. So see if you can just push yourself to step beyond that fear. Every sales situation doesn't need to be like that. Your ideal clients are out there waiting for you and want to hear about what you have to offer. If you don't tell them, they can't help. They can't interact with you, and they can't find you. It may also be that you've got some messaging from parents, for example, that as a child we were often told not to show off, not to be too big for our boots, and this kind of like idea that we're kind of just it's okay just to be enough, you know. So if that's you, like if you were always told to kind of be a bit quieter, don't show off, then again you've been kind of squashed down from doing and sharing your goods with the world. So it's okay to do that now. You can share. We're all waiting and willing to hear. Lastly, you might find that you somehow think that promotion or selling is a little beneath you. Now, I say that in the nicest possible way, and what I mean by that is that perhaps you just feel that if you put your stuff there, that people should see the value in it and want to buy it from you. Now, the reality is you're not Tesco's, yeah? You're not going to, it's not a build it and they shall come situation. You're going to have to work that a little bit harder for people to really find out about you and what you do. So that's the money block number 3, which was selling and promotion, is icky. Now, so there's 3 money blocks there. Working hard for money, It's about helping people all making money, and selling and promotion is the key. And they're three of the big universal money blocks. You will find that just raising your awareness around that will allow you to see where in your life you're making behaviours that run with those beliefs. And if you want to change your beliefs, this can be as simple as just deciding that you're going to make new decisions on that basis. Sounds very straightforward, and it is if you start picking yourself up on what's happening with your life and start really being observant around what you're doing, then you will find you start to make some change. I look forward to seeing you again soon with the next steps in Clear Your Income Money Blocks. Thanks. Bye bye.